Okay, I got all the straps in. I actually ran out of the right size strap, so I had to use a 1/2 inch conduit EMT strap for the last one, but now I'll go back through and put the cable in and tighten them up. Okay, so I got that run across there. I will go ahead and turn the this switch off. I'm just gonna have the light from the main light in the center. Oh, looks like I can still see. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and tie this cable into this light. All right. I'll go ahead and connect this cable like I did the others. Right. Okay, I got the cable tied into the light there. I'll show you the straps here real quick. This is one of the things you might typically use for strapping an MC. It's a special smaller size one-hole strap for MC cable. You can also use like Romex staples, something that's approved for it. Typically your securing distances are within 1 foot of the box you're coming from. This is a little over, but I don't know, 13 inches. Nobody's gonna care about that. And every 3 feet. I strapped a little more than that, but you know, I don't want it hanging down. So, alright. Let me just tie these wires in right here. Okay. In this case, I'm just doing color to color here. Green, white, and black. Your white being your neutral, green being the ground, and the black being your hot. In this case, it's a switch leg. It's controlled by the switch at the door. So I typically connect my ground wires first. Actually, this one's not pigtail, it's straight to here, so I'm gonna have to pigtail it out and then take it to the box. Or actually, I can wrap it, take this to it. So I'll do is they give you really short screws for this stuff. Rather than pigtailing, like cutting a short piece, I actually strip this. a little hard to do with this length of wire, but be careful not to damage the wire. So I got that stripped here, and I can wrap this around the screw. And then tighten the screw. And bring this back and connect it to this one. As an electrician, I always carry a pouch like this, full of wire nuts, screws. I don't do a lot of construction, so I don't go around with the tool bag. So I just keep one of these, and I have cargo pants, so I just keep one of these. Has all kinds of screws and ground screws, so I always have what I need. Okay, so next thing to do is connect the neutral and the hot. Usually before I work on anything that live or might even be live is a tick tracer. I usually try to get a good quality. This happens to be a, well actually this is Klein. Actually this Klein's been working pretty good. Klein really hasn't been making these for that long that I know of. I usually use Fluke, but this one seems to be doing pretty good. So just check to see if they're live. What they normally say is to check to make sure that your tester's working too, but it's not like people always have a chance to do that, but you can see mine is working. Okay. And I've already stripped these, but basically the safest thing to do is just always work as if it is hot. That's the wisest thing to do, because something could turn on. Somebody could turn something on. So I always do ground, then neutral, then hot. So like that. You strip that a little longer. Because I have band-aids on my hand, which makes it a little tougher to work. So usually you want the smaller wire, the stranded wire, a bit longer than the other wires. You also want to be careful when you're working on these kind of things, because I actually cut my finger on here a little bit. So get that on good, make sure it's not going to back off. Do a tug test. Do the same thing with the hot. In fact, I might strip this a little longer. And make sure to tug test, make sure they're in there. We'll tuck these wires up in here. Sometimes you can take one of the other wires, kind of wrap it around the others, and hold them up in there like that. Okay, well that's tied in there. I can put this back together. Okay, I got that light all back together. And now I just have to come back here and make sure not to turn the power back on, because that wire right there would turn on. Typically you would start from the end and work back and then connect the live wire last. But anyways, I'm videoing, so I'm kind of paying attention to that. So anyways, that's how I normally would have done it, but I've got to put new ballast in these and then connect the wires. All right. Up this in here. Said one of these will just be capped off, so I'll just cut that short. And these over here will just match up. Just cut those. Strip these. My Band-Aid's really getting in the way. Orange wire nuts. Usually only takes about 10 or 15 minutes to change one of these ballasts. Make sure you're pointing in the right place there. There we go. And this one will come around and connect to the red over here. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and connect up the power here. Alright, well, my battery died, but I've already hooked up the rest of the wires, the last wire in this box. Now I'm ready to put the cover on, put the bulbs in, and then go ahead and do the last one back there, and we'll have a lot more light in here. Alright? Okay, I got the last fixture wired up, bulbs in it, and I'm ready to fire it up. Ooh, there we go. Now that is nice. That is definitely much better. The mini mill is very happy, or I'm happy to be able to see the mini mill better. And a lot more light over here. Doing my tool offsets and everything that I need to do on here. And when I get another bench over there, so very cool. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave any comments in the comment section below. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe.